Is up, cool cats of the interwebs? It is your girl Haley back at it again with the first episode of the pre-review crew for 2023. I'm so excited to talk about the games that came out so far this year, but before we get into that, let me introduce you to our Motley crew as usual. We have Brennan
Yo.
and we have Mike.
What's up?
Okay, so first we are going to kick it off with our review portion. Of course, we didn't preview these games, but we'll toss in what we thought about them before they came out and go over their review section. But let's kick it off with January's release of Forspoken. It's a single player action RPG. It's developed by Luminous Productions and published by Square Enix. It came out on PS5 and PC on January 24th. It has a 67 top critic average with only 29% of critics recommending. And honestly, this is a massive disappointment. I thought this was going to be super cool. The way that they had marketed the game. I was like, oh my god, like, it's a black female protagonist. That is super fucking awesome. And it turned out to be looking like utter shit.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be one of the biggest disappointments of the year because they were marketing the shit out of this game. Like they were really pushing it. Um, since it got revealed, what, 2020 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and they had been pushing this hard ever since. And it's kind of sad to see that it's not doing very well. From what I've read, review wise, it seems it's just boring. Like people are saying the open world is cool, but as far as everything else about the game, it's just boring.
I've heard it's very open to the point that it's too open and that there's just too much space and not enough to do.
I feel like I haven't read so much about the open world itself, which I guess is a statement in that it doesn't really do much to differentiate itself, right?
Yeah.
I think the thing that like bothers me the most is I don't know, this just seemed like a really cool idea on paper, the badass girl character, which again is cool. I'm all in favor of protagonists that don't look like myself, because as a white dude, I see it all the time. It gets kind of boring. So I just am disappointed that they didn't really do much with her character. A lot of people seem to complain about both the character and the magical bracelet that doesn't shut the fuck up. Where apparently you can go into the settings and just turn the chatter off down. If you have to include a setting, turn the bullshit chatter off, you have a problem. Okay? You wrote way too many lines that you should not have, but it's just me. It was between the writing and the combat. The combat seemed cool again on paper, like most things here. But I don't know, most places that I read were just like, it seems complex, but at the end of the day, it's really not. It's just kind of button mashy, even on the higher difficulties. Like, yeah, you can do some cool combos and like change up the elemental attacks to suit different enemies and whatnot. But it's probably more efficient to just button spam and just kind of just wing it the whole time. And that just didn't, I don't know, that just doesn't, I hate that. I don't like that. I was thinking that the combat here would have been really cool because, as we'll talk about in a bit, like you can have an entirely based magic combat system that actually works, that isn't just flashy, like has to be functional and flashy at the same time. But I feel like most of what this game is just flash and no substance. It's like a really pretty looking pond, but then when you get close, it's like an inch deep. And you've pretty much seen all of it first time you saw it. And you're like, okay, whatever, moving on. And
Oh, Wait, can I cut in for a second?
Absolutely.
Thanks. So on GamesRadar.com, there was a article published 12 hours ago by Huron Cryer saying Forspoken writer says his original story pitch was nothing like the final game. Um, Speaking to Alana Pierce over the past weekend in the YouTube video below, Forspoken writer Gary Whitta revealed that he had very little involvement in the final version of Forspoken. According to Whitta, Forspoken's story was actually rebooted in between him handing in his original pitch and the game's final launch. He didn't go into detail about what was different, but he does say that he was contacted and asked to write a new version of the stories, which revolved around interdimensional portals, and he declined it due to scheduling issues. Now, he was credited in the games list under original concept, and then story concept followed that with Uncharted veteran Amy Hennigan. I probably pronounced that
Hennig,
wrong.
Amy Hennig. She's the one who
There
wrote
we go.
Uncharted.
Yeah. Like I said, credited for story concept. So very, very interesting.
Not to knock, but Uncharted's not really known for its narrative, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really kind of a genuine question because I've never played them, but I feel like whenever most people talk about Uncharted, they're like, "This set piece was dope." They never say the story was good. It's like National Treasure, you know what I mean? Like no one's saying that that's fucking masterpiece, right? They just like, "Oh, stealing the Declaration of Independence was really cool," and then that's it. So, whoops.
I just, when I look at this game, I go, yeah, that's definitely a Square Enix game. But I just expected more, especially with how they marketed the game. I thought it was, wow, I'm really going to be in this like fantasy realm, and this is going to be really, really cool, and everything's going to look super neat, and it's going to be like, oh my god, like I'm in like Lord of the Rings or something, magic. No.
Nope.
Nope.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
Nope.
I feel like we were teleported to some place that is in like I don't want to say medieval times, but you know, like early centuries, and there's a little bit of magic there, and wow, she's our savior. Wow. This bracelet doesn't shut up.
I just don't.
I stopped watching gameplay of it like 2 hours in because I was like, wow, this is this doesn't look interesting.
Like I think the worst part, and I've always stood by this, but like there are good pieces of media, there are bad pieces of media, but nothing hurts more than a mediocre piece of media. And I feel like this hits that like perfectly. Like it's not terrible, right? It's not great. It's just straight mediocre, straight 5 out of 10. And it's like that kind of sucks, right? That just sucks. Because at least people play bad games, you know, to make fun of it or to at least say that they play. No one's ever going to play this. Sorry. No one's ever going to play 5 out of 10.
This is something that I would pick up on a sale for like less than $10. And
Yeah,
I'd
good
play
luck.
it for like 2 hours and then probably never touch it again.
Yeah, this is something I'm not touching with the 10-foot stick. Like, staying the hell away from this.
Yeah, and it's not a novel take. I mean, like, the bandwagon's already piled on this game. But, yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like there's nothing that we could really say that hasn't already been said. This just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And it honestly, again, like, it just hurts because, like Haley and you said, like, it seemed really cool. When they first revealed it at E3, it was like, this is going to be something to keep an eye on. This looks cool. Isekai. I like isekais. Screw it
Well,
up.
like some people are like, you push through the first couple hours and it gets good, but it's like I shouldn't have to do that. It's like
Mm-mm.
I think it the same way as books. And speaking of, I've been watching somebody called Reads with Rachel, and she has basically said the same thing. I shouldn't have to sit here and read the second and third book to get the whole story. You should be laying out what the whole story is in the first couple of hours, and I should understand what's going on. And that's the same thing
Yeah.
with video games. You should be laying out what's going on in the first couple of hours, making everything straightforward. So I'm not trompsing through this video game going, what the fuck is my purpose? And why the fuck am I playing this?
Like I shouldn't. We shouldn't. You shouldn't have to do homework, right? So like, you got to play 20 hours of this game before it gets good. No, fuck off, dude. In the first 10 minutes of God of War, I was like, I can see why this is game of the. I can see why people love this. It took me 10 minutes. I like that. I, how do you screw that up? So when people are like, oh, first 2 hours, you know, muddle through that, or watch the first 2 seasons of this show before it gets. No, I'm gonna just spend time with something I know I'm gonna enjoy instead. I'm not gonna slog through it, or I'm just gonna find something that, like God of War, I know is gonna be good within the first 10 minutes. It grips you. Like no one can tell me that they didn't like you didn't play God of War for the first 10 minutes and go, yep, I get it. Like it's just that's why it performed so well. This, on the other hand, mm-mm, mm-mm. It sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah.
I want, like I said, I want to give it a shot down the road, but I won't do that until I can get it on sale for super super cheap. But I mean, this is the only game that, so Luminous Productions have only put out 2 games. They put out this and they put out a Final Fantasy game.
Which one? There's like 15 of
I'm
them.
trying to. I closed the damn page.
And those are just the mainline
15.
ones.
15 in
Oh, gross.
2016.
Oh, this is my least favorite one.
Yes.
You said 15?
15.
That explains the
That
combat in
explains a
Forspoken.
lot.
Then,
Yeah, that
yeah,
explains
yeah.
so much, actually. Oh, and the writing. Well, okay, well, the writing's going to be completely different, but that's not the point. Well, the writing of both games are pretty bad. Let's just say that.
So, yeah, that apparently explains a lot. I did not. Well, the thing about it is Final Fantasy 15 did get a lot better of scores
Yeah.
than Forspoken. So, don't know what happened there, but
Because it gets inflated scores because it gets a buffer because it's got Final Fantasy before the 15.
makes sense.
That's an extra point or two added to every.
Yeah. Plus, it has a cool car.
Does
Oh,
have a cool car.
gotta
It
add
does
the
have a
car.
cool car.
Yeah, the car's
Bonus
everything.
bonus points for car. But we are going to kick it over to something that has done, in my opinion, a lot better than Forspoken. Though I know a lot of people definitely have opinions regarding this game when it comes to the original creator of the world. We're now talking about Hogwarts Legacy. It's a single player action RPG developed by Avalanche Studios and published by Warner Brother Games. It came out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and PC. It released 10 days ago on February 10th. It has a 84 top critic average with 89% of critics recommending.
So, putting the J.K. Rowling bullshit aside,
Completely.
Put it
this
aside.
We're gonna
Don't think
table
put
about
this
it
it.
for now.
put
Cut
it
her
aside.
off.
Yeah. This is actually a fun game. My brother got it, and it is so cool to just run around the world of Harry Potter and be a wizard. Like it's just if you're a Harry Potter geek, like this game is actually really fun.
I feel like this is shaping up to. I mean, not shaping up. It essentially is, you know, the game that we've kind of all wanted since very wee children, and I feel like that's part of why this is performing so well because of the nostalgia factor, because it's Harry Potter. Like we can't deny that, right? I mean, like obviously the attention to detail to the source material is just absolutely insane, which I appreciate so much. But I feel like I can see why some people, not to be that guy, but I can see why some people are like, this, whatever. Because if you have no attachment to Harry Potter here,
Yeah.
there's like nothing for you, you know. But that being said, though, watching it is really cool. I've watched a couple of my friends play it already, and like, I don't know, man. I feel like the moment this goes on sale, I'm gonna do it. Only because I can't really justify a lot of $70 game purchases recently. But
Yeah, I got it on deal for 50.
yeah, like done. You know what I mean? Like that's good for this. I feel like I don't know. It just seems really fun. Like, sure, the open world isn't doing anything novel, but I feel like just the fact that you're even allowed to be in this space that everyone's dreamt of and imagined and watched movies about for so long, and finally being able to step foot in that world with your own character is just a fan dream come true. Like this game is just fan service oozing out of it, and not like the shitty kind of fan service just jammed in your face. I mean, there's some of that here, like sorting hat. Remember that? Yeah, okay, thanks. But there's others like there's a whole room of requirement. There's a whole room of requirement where you get to like make your own little base, like crafting area. Like that has no reason to be in the game, but just even though it's there, though, I'm still just like, wow, that's really cool. They took a concept from the movie and they made it part of the gameplay. Like I can't hate that. That's really cool. Um, all the little character nods, all the secrets. Just I feel like there's nothing really you can outside of the whole open world has been kind of done over and over and over again, which is fine, whatever. But if you're a Harry
So
Potter fan, go for it.
I I caved and bought this game at full
Hmm.
price.
Wow.
Don't I'm kicking myself for that. Um I honestly really enjoy it. And I sat there and I debated, should I play this on PC? Should I play this on PS4 or PS5? Like, which one am I going to play the most? And I ended up buying it on PS5 because I just prefer to sit in bed and play video games. I tend, yeah, it's just the whole thing. I hate sitting at my desk. I sit at a desk for 8 hours a day. Anyway, um, the two things that I don't like about the console version, and I did pick, so they give you an option of picking either graphics or performance. And I
Hmm.
did pick the graphics because I was like, I don't really care about performance. I have a fucking PS5. It's going to run great. I want it to look visually stunning. And it does. Don't get me wrong, it definitely does. The issues that I have are one, on the console, you have to remap your buttons for all your spells each time you want to include a new spell. Apparently, on PC, they have like a little toggle bar that you can flip between that has all your spells.
Hmm. Okay.
Pisses
Yeah.
me off. So like I'm going into things having to think like, okay, what spells might I need so I don't have to mid combat remap the buttons that I have for my spells. That's fucking annoying. Two, I don't like the map. And I don't like the map because it's just a 3D version of the like Hogwarts and its surrounding area, but when you're looking at which like where you can go, it doesn't say like, oh, like you're on level 1, you're on level 2, you're on level 3. It says like which wing and hallway you're in, but like the map just has a whole bunch of little dots. And I'm like, I don't fucking remember what floor this is on. So like you're trying
Yeah.
to sit there and guess like, is that dot on floor 2 or is it on floor 3? Or like, where the fuck am I? Because I don't remember where the fuck I'm going. Like the castle is so big that it's just like, where the fuck am I? Half the time I don't even remember how to get to fucking places. I spend most of the time just running around trying to follow the map that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. And then teleporting from different teleportation areas because I don't know what fucking floor they're on. So, like, those are my gripes about the game, but overall, I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun.
What house
Really
did you
quick
get in?
question. Yeah,
Uh,
after Mike.
yeah, I picked Ravenclaw,
Nice.
and I picked that just because it had, in my opinion, the prettiest house because it has like all the constellations and it's the white with the
Yeah.
deep navy blue, and I just thought that was absolutely gorgeous. Then I learned from TikTok that they have the least amount of side quests, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to replay this game. So now I'm sitting here like, okay, like I'm just gonna play the game, do as much as I can, and then I'll replay it and sort of like, I'm either gonna do Slytherin or Gryffindor. I'll probably do Slytherin. And then sort of just be like a prissy character and give sass to everybody. But yeah. And I mean, this is one of those games I think I will definitely replay. I replayed Dragon Age Inquisition twice. I've replayed Diablo a whole bunch of fucking times. You'll never catch me replaying an Assassin's Creed because fuck them bitches. But yeah, I think this is one that I will definitely play replay. I think the only thing that I'm upset about is that I think they should have given every house the same side quests, but made like a side quest line that was specific to that house. And they sort of did that, but I think it's only really like one quest. Like Hufflepuff gets to go to Azkaban.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
That's so fucking cool.
yeah.
Wait, what?
But it's
That's
only
really
Yeah.
cool.
but it's only Hufflepuff.
God
And
damn it.
it's
Well,
only
that
I think
sucks.
it's only one quest, but like that's my thing. Like I think they should have given everybody the same generic quests, side quests, and then do stuff like that and make it like a full-fledged like long quest line so you're not missing out on other stuff that's going on for the other houses, cuz I just think it's fucking stupid that Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw gets the least amount of side quests.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't.
Yeah.
Most of when I was looking into like to see how the classes or the houses like change anything, most people, again, this is when the game first released, so I imagine not many people knew. A lot of people were like, no, it's just the colors and stuff, and the common room change. But hearing about the side quests, that's kind of weird. I don't want to play Hufflepuff just to go to Azkaban. I really want to go to Azkaban, but I don't want to play Hufflepuff.
Yeah, that was like
This is the weirdest fucking house to go to Azkaban, no? Is that not the weirdest house to go to Azkaban? Let's be real here. Also, question. How does the teleporting work in lore in the game? Because can't you not apparate on school grounds?
So in the game,
you have plot armor.
you teleport via flue flames,
Oh, like the fucking
the green fire.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
the fireplace. Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, because they can't apparate. I'm pretty sure that was a whole big thing in one of
Yeah.
the movies that they can't apparate on school grounds. So I'm like, how did
Yeah.
they do that? But that makes sense, and that's why it's specific spots on the map. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so it's via flue powder and
cool. I like
a,
that.
a network that just it's one little statue lady, and she talks to you every time you like. She's like, "Oh, I'm so excited to be a part of uh your book," because they give you a book that like you keep all your spells, and you're like that's essentially the menu is your book. So it keeps all your quests, it keeps the map, it keeps your spells and your inventory in your little book. And every time you pass her, she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be a part of your little field guide." And I'm like, "Lady, shut the fuck up." Like, I've heard you say this like 6 million other fucking times. I get it. Like, shut up. But yeah, that's how they teleport around.
It's really cool. I just had to ask at the little like lore thing. I used to really like Harry Potter back in the day. I'm not gonna lie to you people.
It's one of my favorite book series. Like it's one of my favorite franchises ever. Except for the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Those movies are horrible.
Yeah, I didn't like the Cursed Child or whatever. I thought that was the
Yeah,
worst
but
fucking thing I've ever read.
Harry Potter has a place in my heart, which is why I've been excited for this game since it got announced. Because like there have been Harry Potter games, but they didn't give you the feeling that this game gives you. Yes, the game has its faults, like Haley was saying. But it's going back to what Brennan said, like this is just pure fan service, and if you love Harry Potter, this is like a dream come true.
I just
I
wish that
think
there was. Sorry to cut you off.
I don't
Real
know.
fast. I just wish that there was a little bit more to picking the different houses. Um, and I almost wish that it was more so randomized, or like they gave you an option to randomize it. Like, oh, you can pick, based off of how you answer a question, is which one they sort you into, or let the sorting hat pick for you.
Yeah.
I wanted the sorting hat to tell me what to do.
Really quick, just some reviews that I read. So Travis Northup from IGN said, "In almost every way, Hogwarts Legacy is the Harry RPG I've always wanted to play." James Josh West of Games Radar Plus said it's a solid first attempt. They tried to do too much at once. And then lastly, Morgan Park from PC Gamer, which I think wraps this up super nicely in a neat little bow. Hogwarts Legacy is a great game haunted by a terrible creator. Oh my god, I know we're tabling the J.K. Rowling stuff, but I had to throw in a quick dig, courtesy of Morgan Park and PC Gamer. That's the
Oh
best
no,
take
I,
all
I
day.
I've been seeing reviews and people are taking off points because of the J.K. Rowling thing.
I've read disclaimers, straight up disclaimers, saying that, just because we're reviewing this game does not mean we have the same views. And I'm like, what the? Oh my god! What
And
is? Where are we living right now?
people who stream this on Twitch are getting attacked
Wildfire.
midstream by people who are saying we should not be supporting this game because of J.K. Rowling. And that's where, I'm like, come on, guys. Like, we got to be better than that. I mean, seriously, we got to be better than that, man.
Oh, side note, I'm reading around that some people are saying that Ravenclaw doesn't get as many quests or side quests. Some are saying that there's no such thing. Um, so, you do, you might not. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm soaking it up in my blue robes. And then also, this article is from Game Per PUR. Does Ravenclaw have less quest content in Hogwarts Legacy by Candy Maldonado? There was also don't expect to see controversial title Hogwarts Legacy at future DDQ events by Matthew Fuller. He says the Games Done Quick has revealed that it will not allow speedruns of the newly released Hogwarts Legacy or any other Harry Potter games. With no official reason or explanation has been given, it's clear to anyone who's been following the situation that is likely due to the series' connection with its controversial author J.K. Rowling, who has come directly under fire for her transphobic contents that have been a dark cloud over the Harry Potter franchise for a few years. Oh my god, that sentence was so long.
People
Oh,
realize there's a transgender character in this game, right? Like, do people
apparent
not realize that?
apparently other disallowed games are the original God of War and the Five Nights at Freddy's series. Though I thought somebody just did a speedrun of Five Nights at Freddy's.
I don't know.
So, yeah. Anyway, continue on.
All right.
All right, what's next on the docket?
Here we go. Player Harry Potter or don't, nobody really cares. J.K. Rowling already got her money. She's rich no matter what. That's all I have to say. I'm not trying to, like, bypass anything because she is a horrible person, but it's your choice. Play the game or don't. Like, the only thing you can go do is go back in time and steal the manuscript off of her and publish the damn book yourself.
I'm pretty sure somebody's trying to invent time travel to do that.
Let's get it done. Anyway, we're now going to talk about the games upcoming for March. We're going to kick it off with Fatal Frame: Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. It's a single-player survival horror game developed by... and Mike, you want to fill me in here?
Yeah, Koei Tecmo Games.
There we go. It's coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So literally everything but mobile, and it's releasing on March 9th.
Yeah, so I love me some fighting games. I love me some JRPGs. I also love me some horror games. Fatal Frame is one of my favorite horror series. I played all of them except for this one. Because if I remember correctly, this one didn't come to the States. Um, but it's something, I've really been looking forward to for a while. I'm always saying that, but I, been keeping my eye on this. I like Fatal Frame. It's a little slower than your normal horror game. Fatal Frame's just a really slow game just because, the way it works. But I'm glad I don't have to play this on the Wii U. The Wii U was terrible. I don't know why I bought one. And so finally being able to get my hands on this, when it comes out is going to be really awesome. I played the second game like 2 years ago, so I've been kind of jonesing for a new one to play ever since.
Can you do everyone in the audience, including Brennan, a favor and explain what exactly Fatal Frame is?
Basically, you're sent. You find your way into like haunted like towns and houses and stuff like that are filled with evil spirits, and basically you have a special camera that is like your only means of fighting off the ghosts, because when you take pictures of the ghosts, the camera has special powers that like traps them within it.
Okay.
So think kind of Ghostbusters, but instead of having the backpack with the, what do they call those things? Shit.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but instead of that, you have a camera.
Okay, so it's like Luigi's Haunted Mansion, but with a camera and with cute anime girls.
Yes, and a little more fear.
Right. Yeah, I feel like we all know how Brennan feels about horror games.
He absolutely fucking dislikes them.
So this is even watching the trailer, I was like, I don't know.
He's a little scary.
It's not that look. It's not that I get scared. It's just that like I they do nothing for me.
It's not that I get scared. It's just that I get really scared and that I need my mom.
I get scared. I get terrified. Nah, it's not for everybody.
bully Brennan into crying.
Oh my
Okay, so Dan's Gaming played Fatal Frame last October during Horror Month, and I thought the concept was cool, but at the same exact time, like I thought it was stupid. Because I was like, you're just running around with a fucking camera. Like, what the fuck, what? I don't, what? This is
Hey
stupid.
man, no, there's a game like that. What's the one game with the video camera?
Oh, they have
The
a
one where
Pokemon game like that.
Outlast.
Oh,
Outlast
yeah.
and Pokemon Snap, yeah, but
Yeah, Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
Okay, but Outlast, I
I
like,
hate you. I hate you for that so much.
Outlast,
Pokemon
I
Snap.
see the purpose, but like, and honestly, I had put this on for background noise, but like, I just didn't fully understand the purpose of the camera in Fatal Frame. Like, it just didn't click to me, and I don't know if that's because I was watching him towards the end of it or what, but like, it didn't do it for me. But it was scary though. Ooh, I definitely jumped a couple of times. Those fucking hallways
Yeah.
are narrow as hell.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Especially when you turn, because of the way the camera's fixed, and when you turn corners sometimes, and there's just something waiting for you, like right there around the corner, and I just fucking love it.
Yeah, no. No. And some of these fucking ghosts, this ain't it. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
we're moving on. We're moving on. I'm gonna have nightmares. We're now gonna talk about the hottest lady of them
Oh,
all. There's a reason why her name has Bay in it. She's Bayonetta. We're talking about Bayonetta Origins. Is it Cereza?
Cereza.
Cereza and the Lost Demon. It's a single-player action game. It is developed by Platinum Games and published by Nintendo. Of course, it's only coming out on the Switch, and it releases on March 17th. Will I play this? Probably not. Will I watch somebody play it? 100% yes, because this art style is fucking cute. It
Yeah.
is
Amazing.
so cute. It's telling a story about her and her witchy powers, and it's very like storybook-esque, and I think that is so adorable. So I'm very excited to learn more about Bayonetta and like how she came to be and who she was. Because I feel like that's definitely a question some people have is who was Bayonetta? Has she always been this witchy bitch? And how the fuck did she get to be Bay? So,
Oh yeah. Um. Yeah, this one. Uh, I've been a fan of the Bayonetta series since the first one came out for the PS3. I think it was PS2, PS3, one of those. Because I love Devil May Cry. You know, Devil May Cry is amazing. And then, when I heard, hey, the guy who did Devil May Cry is doing a new game, I was like, oh shit, I gotta check this out. And ever since then, I've been really into Bayonetta. And I know it's an action series, but having a break from the crazy shooting guns, turning into demons shit, of the rest of Bayonetta games, this seems like a lot more refreshing. In that, it's not a shoot 'em up. You fight with we fight with Cheshire. I think it's a Cheshire demon. I think. Um, and yeah, like you said, it has such a cute aesthetic. It looks beautiful to me. Um, and it just feels different. Like I'm still getting Bayonetta, but it's at least a different type of Bayonetta.
it very much makes her personable and like it makes her seem a lot more relatable. I feel like
Yeah,
learning
she's not
where
this
she's come
badass
from.
chick. Yeah, she's not this badass chick who's just going around killing everything.
Yeah, and it's just like she wasn't always like this, but there is a reason to why she is the way she is. So it's just learning what has happened to her and giving her that backstory. Because honestly, I don't know a lot about Bayonetta. I never played the first game. So I like skipped that, hopped into the middle. So like I feel like I missed out on a lot of her like not necessarily origin story, but the start of her games. So I feel like this is a great way to make her allow people to relate to her a little bit more than tossing you right into the middle of her storyline so far. I
Yeah.
might play this, honestly. Oh my god, there's a hug mode. Oh my god. Okay, never mind, I lied. I'm probably gonna play this. Oh shit. Oh shit. God fucking damn it. I don't
Yeah,
have enough money in the world.
I'm getting 2 games next month. This is one of them.
I'm broker than a fucking joke.
That's funny. I see, like, I don't know anything about Bayonetta, but I like how the gameplay seems. I don't want to say I don't want to say simplistic because it's not exactly simplistic, but it's. I like that it's kind of like a different experience than the usual Bayonetta. Like you're not just getting Bayonetta with different coat of paint. It's like it's entirely its own thing. I think the origin story is really cool, especially for the people that like the character, and the art style is majestic. It is
Yeah.
just really fucking cool. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So yeah, that's all Brendan can say about Bayonetta.
she definitely is bae, and as a young child, she is baby. Um, so will I be going broke to play this game? Yes.
I got to see the origins of one of my favorite waifus.
I won't tell your girlfriend that you said that. Anyway, let's kick it over to more horror games because apparently we just love horror games here, and you heard it here first. Brendan's gonna live stream a horror game one day. Resident Evil 4, the remake. It's a single player horror survival game. Survival horror, doesn't matter. Developed and published by Capcom, coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and PC on March 23rd. So if you really want something to make you poop your pants and make you call your mom at 3 a.m., this is it.
See, so again, Brendan hasn't played a single Resident Evil game in his life. He just picked this because there was nothing else coming out this month.
He is going to play this game, though.
Nope.
I am. I'm broke next month.
Is Leon a badass? Yes. Do I want to save the president's daughter? Yes. Do I want to do both at the same time?
No.
No.
Yeah, I own this game, the original, on so many different platforms. I played it so many times. So, it's this is something people who love Resident Evil should especially be looking forward to because it's the same guys, it's the same team who did the 2 and 3 remakes, which were great. 3 was a little short, but they were both, great. Um, and so this is being done the same way. I know from what I've read and what I've seen, they're keeping a lot of it very similar to the original, while also making, quite a few quality of life changes. And there's going to be slight changes to the story, which can be expected from a remake. Um, but I mean, if you want to play horror and you don't want to play something slow like Fatal Frame, you want some kick-ass action, this is the game for you.
Question. The village that is in here very much reminds me of the village from Resident Evil Village.
Different villages.
Damn. Well, that's disappointing. They very much just look similar.
Yeah.
And I know that probably wasn't intentional. But it very much is giving me that vibe. Especially with the the like the residents and just the architecture and how everything looks. So, um, not for spoilers, but also for spoilers. Spoilers to cover your ears if you don't want to hear. Why do they kidnap the president's daughter?
And why not?
Ransom money? I don't know.
That's why I'm asking. I'm curious.
Um, I've claimed to play this game so many times, and yet I cannot remember why they kidnapped the president's daughter.
It could not have been that important.
Yeah, it wasn't. It really wasn't. All you know is she's kidnapped, and you got to go save her ass. That's all that matters.
That is absolutely stupid.
You
That's
just
so stupid.
all you know is since Resident Evil 2, Leon's become like this awesome
Ah,
badass, and so you have to go in with your awesome badassery and take care of things.
I feel
okay.
like that's a trope of most horror games, though. The bait and switch plot thing is like, oh, we gotta go to this haunted house. Oh shit, the haunted house is actually like something completely different from the plot on the back of the fucking box. How are we ever gonna know that from reading the back of the box? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Okay. So
Bloodborne does that very well.
I went on I went on the wiki because you get all the news from Wikipedia. Apparently there's the leader of the Mike's gonna kill me. The Los Illuminados. I know.
Yeah, the
close enough.
Illuminati. Okay.
Yeah. They kidnapped her to inject her with the parasite so they could then manipulate her into injecting her father once she returns home, so that will allow
Oh,
them to begin to conquer the world. What?
Eh, minor plot point.
Oh my god, that is the worst, absolute worst idea anybody has ever had.
no, I've seen worse.
That's terrible. Let me just inject. Like, what the fuck?
I can think of worse plots. You ever see that movie with the three people stitched together?
Oh, Human Centipede.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the name, but yeah. Yeah, that one. That had a pretty bad plot, all things considered.
That's Brennan's favorite movie.
I've never seen it.
Don't.
I don't want to.
I watched it out of curiosity. I had a friend. He was like, "Bro, this movie's pretty crazy," and I was like, "Bet." So we watched it. I was eating a burrito while we were watching it, and I remember I got halfway through my burrito, and I was like, "This is disgusting, dude. I can't do this no more."
You put
So
the
my friend,
burrito down slowly.
yeah. Sometimes when I see that friend, he's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta thank you, man. I got a free burrito." We were
Oh my
watching
god.
this movie.
You gonna finish that? Is that a quote from the movie, or is you asking for my burrito?
Well, anyway, so yeah, Resident Evil remake. It's coming to a console near you. If you, you can get charms
Yes.
as bonus pre-order bonuses. So
Yeah.
The collector's edition looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyway, will Haley play this? No. Why? Well, she is in the same category as Brennan. She is a little bitch. And horror games,
Hey,
while
wait
I
a
will
minute.
watch them, I will not play them because
I'm not gonna gloss over that insult. What the hell?
it took you way too long to realize that I said it. So deal with it.
This
Yeah, no, I can't. I would die way too many times. I would never make it past like the first like 10 minutes.
Now horror games are how I get my kicks. So, I need a little bit of that um I need a little bit of that adrenaline, and I get it from horror games.
He
Um
likes the warm feel in his pants.
oh yeah, especially when it's cold outside, and trying to stay warm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now that we've Jesus Lord. Now that we've literally just ruined horror games, let's kick it over to some final thoughts for the end of the episode.
March is gonna suck.
Anything from you, Mike?
Yeah, like guys, put away the fact that J.K. Rowling made Harry Potter and get Hogwarts Legacy. Like it's a good game. Like
The only thing I have to add is that I just pray that after March we get better games because honestly, I was very surprised at Hogwarts Legacy. So I definitely am excited to see what comes out for the rest of the year. So, well, that is our episode for January/February/March of 2023 for the pre-review crew. Come back next month to see what we have to say for our review section of the 3 games that we talked about this month. And we'll preview some games coming out in April. Hopefully, they are better than what we talked about today. But either way, we will definitely catch you back here next month for more gaming news, inside reviews. I don't know. Whatever we do here. Anyway, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and we will catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.
bye.
I love you.
You say that every time.
No
Did
one
you
ever
love
says
them?
it back.
Hey Brandon,
One day.
Yeah,
I love you.
love you too.
So much love.
Yeah.